Hello, May class, and welcome to your next maths lesson. So in the previous lesson, we started looking at division, and today we are going to carry on looking at division, but we are going to also be looking at division with a remainder. So if it has a remainder, that means that the amount that is left over is the remainder, and that can't be divided, it can't be split into equal groups. So before we start, let's do our arithmetic, please. So make sure you've got your pencils and paper and you have numbered 1 to 10. Pause the video now and complete the arithmetic on the screen. I will read the questions to you. The first question is 26 times by 8, 36 times by 3, 123 times by 6, 142 times by 7, 243 times by 4, 64 divided by 4, 88 divided by 2, 108 divided by 9, 324 divided by 3, and 128 divided by 4. So pause the video now and complete the questions on the board. Right, as mentioned previously, in today's lesson, we are going to look at dividing two-digit numbers by a single digit with a remainder. And a remainder is the number that is left over that cannot be divided into equal groups. So before we start, I'm going to give you a 2-minute challenge. So I would give yourself, set a timer somewhere, 2 minutes to do this, and then when I say go, you can start, but you need to use these digit cards. So we've got 2, 3, 5, 0, and 4. How many different ways to divide divide zero division without a remainder can you make? So how many different ways can you create a division question using these that doesn't leave a remainder? So I will give you an example of one. Sure, I've got that. So if I said, where is my pen? Is it working? Okay, so if I had 230 divided by, let's say, 5. So I'm breaking it up into 5 equal groups. That would leave me with, it wouldn't leave me with a remainder because I know that 230, 30 is can be divided by 5, 200 can be divided by 5, so that wouldn't give me a remainder. So pause the video now, set yourself a 2-minute timer, and see how many different division questions you can create that do not leave a remainder by using these cards, these digit cards in front of you. Off you go. Right, once we have completed that, we are going to move on to what we are doing today. So, as mentioned before, we are going to be looking at using division with a single digit, so dividing two-digit numbers by a single digit with a remainder. So like I mentioned before, a remainder means that it is left over and it doesn't divide equally into what we're asking. So as you can see from above, I'm going to just draw this so we can talk through it step by step and not just have the answers there. The question that is being asked is the following. It says, what is 49? Let me just get my 49. What is 49 divided by 4? So you are going to be breaking your number up into 4. Let's draw that again. 4 equal groups. So if I divide my groups, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got 4 equal groups to break my number into. And obviously this is my 10s and this is my 1s. Using my place value chart, I can break this number up. I can see that. So if I look at it into multiplication questions that go into the 4 times table, I know that 48 can be divided by 4 because 4 times by 12 is equal to 48. So it can be broken into 4 equal groups of 12, which is going to be 1 10 in each group. And then let's choose a different color. We'll do yellow. And then it'll be 2 1s. And that gives me 48. The problem is that this question says 49. And I can see that I have 1 that does not go into any of these, because if I put it there, then the groups are unequal. So we have to put them into 4 equal groups. I have 1 that does not divide into 4 equal groups. Therefore, and that's why we've got 1 left over, because it says that 49 is not equally divisible by 4. Okay, we can divide 48 but not 44, because like I said, 1 cannot divide into 4 equally when we are just looking at whole numbers. So complete the division. 49 divided by 4 is going to actually equal 48 divided by 4 with a remainder of 1. And the answer to 48 divided by 4 is going to be 12 with a remainder, that's how we put it, we just put a little r, of 1. So there's 12, as you can see from there, drawing 10 there and 2. So there are 4 groups of 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4 groups of 12 with a remainder of 1. Let's move on to the next slide. With this in mind, I would like you to complete the following questions. I will do one with you, and you can use your place value chart. So I'm going to draw it there for me, obviously with my 10s and my 1s. Where's my, there it is. So let's draw my place value chart. Okay, and this will be my 10s. That will be my 1s. So if we look at the first one, it says 47 divided by 3. So 47 cannot divide by 3, but I can see that it is going to make me put in to 3 groups. So I'm going to create 3 groups. 1, 2, 3. And then, like we did in the previous lesson, I'm going to take 43 and then I'm going to split it in there. I know that 43 is made up of 4 10s, so 10, 10, 10, 10, and then it is made up of a 3, okay? I can already see that I can equally split my 10s into my 10s. So 1, 2, 3 can go in here. So 10, 10, 10. And then I'm left with 1 10 and 1 3, which I can add together to make 13. That's what I have left over. And now let's see, can we split 13 into 3 equal groups? Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. My 13, I cannot put it into one of these, otherwise the groups will be uneven. So actually my answer, if we count here, is 14, because there's a 10 and a 4 in each one of these groups, which is 14 with the remainder of 1. So 47 divided by 3 is going to give me 14 with the remainder of 1. What I would like you to do is pause the video and use this method using your place value chart to complete these questions. Think very carefully to the, let me just erase this. Think very carefully about what is being divided, what is being asked, how many groups you're breaking it into, and you need to be using your times table knowledge that you have been learning. It is so important because this would make it a lot easier. So for example, without even looking, I can see that 5 can go into 25 because I know that 5 times 5 is 25. So the answer to this is going to be 26 divided by 5 is going to be 5 with the remainder of 1, because 25 divided by 5 is 5, and then you can't divide the 1, so it is your remainder. So pause the video now, use your place value charts, like I said, your place value mat, to make sure that you are equally dividing your number. It is getting smaller. It is dividing into equal groups. And your equal groups, again, are these ones. So 47 needs to be divided into 3 equal groups. 26 into 5 equal groups. 89 into 4 equal groups. 32 into 5 equal groups. 49 into 6 equal groups. 47 into 4 equal groups. 74 into 3 equal groups, and 81 into 7 equal groups. And whatever doesn't fit into those equal groups will be your remainder. Okay, so the next question says, eggs come in boxes of 6. Annie has 75 eggs. She wants to know how many boxes can she fill. So already we can see that this question is going to be 75 divided by 6. That's what she's asking. How many boxes can be filled with the 75 eggs that have been collected? So what it is asking you to do is to divide 75. Sorry, let me get my cursor back. 75 divided by 6 will give me an answer with a remainder. I want you to tell me, what does the remainder represent? So why do we have a remainder? What does it represent? And then I would like you to fill in this number sentence. I don't just want you to write the answers, I want you to write the whole sentence. So you would say, Annie can fill how many boxes with this many eggs left over. As we always do when we use when we are answering word questions, word sums, you make sure that your answer is in a full sentence. So neatly lay that out for me, please. So we're going to answer A, then answer B, then answer C. So explain to me why we have a remainder, how many boxes can she fill, how many eggs are left over, and what is the answer to that question. Finally, your independent work today is going to be division, like we've just been writing through, or we've just been going through. So the questions are question 1 and question 2. You've got C and D there. So what I would like you to answer are all the questions in question 1 using your division method that we've just looked at, using the place value mat. And then I would like you to do partitioning and place value counters to solve these calculations. So with the partitioning, I will show you very briefly. So the partitioning would be that we break the number into something that we can divide. So let me draw. So if we have, for example, if we have 53 over here, I can break 53 up into 40, and I can break it up into 13 here. What that will then tell me, because I've got my numbers going here and there, 40 divided by 4 will give me 10. 13 I can see cannot be divided by 4, but I know that 12 can be divided by 4. So 13 divided by 4 would be 3, because that will get me to 12 with a remainder of 1. And then I could add that up so that 53 divided by 4 will equal 13 with a remainder of 1. So we would break up our number into questions that we did know would be divisible by the number that we've given. So for example, 94 could be divided by 9. 90 can be divided by 9. 4 can't. So your answer will have a remainder of 4. 84, can you divide that by 6? If you can't, what number can you divide by 6? And then what would the remainder be? 43, can that be divided by 3? And 87, can that be divided by 3? So pause the video now, and using the partitioning and the place value counters, or the place value method that we've just gone through, can you complete these questions? What I would like you to do once you have finished those questions is I would like you to answer question 3. So question 3 says write your own division problem. So write your own division problem that would have a remainder, and then show your working and give me the answer to that division problem. Don't forget to share all your work with us on Tapestry. I will be looking at it and marking it and giving you some comments on it. So please make sure you're looking out for any comments that have been written under your work. Don't forget to put your work up by 4 o'clock today.